Hi everybody, and welcome to Traveling with Russell, and welcome to a new video. Now I bet you're wondering why I'm dressed like this. I've got a little bit of a jacket on, I've got a name badge. Today, I'm going to work in a Russian store. Yes, an Australian guy in Moscow working at a food market, supermarket, and we're here at Chizhik. It's right behind me, Chizhik, the little bird. And I'm going to be working here for the day, and I'm going to have a look at how easy it is to work here or how hard it is. So let's head on inside. I'm already dressed for the occasion, so let's go. Now the store Chizhik is actually a discount store. It's got low prices. Basically, there's nothing essentially on special because they've got good prices all the time. And let's get on inside. It's actually a little bit cold. And let's warm up in the store. Now, as you've seen in a lot of other videos of the different stores around Moscow and around Russia, this store is open every day, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. So no matter what time of the day you want to come shopping, pretty much it's going to be open 10 till 10 every day. So coming on inside, I think first we'll actually have a bit of a walk around and just get used to the store, and then we'll kind of get into some of the tasks I've got to do. So one thing which is very normal in all the stores is these baskets here with the handles. They're using these sort of small grab-and-go baskets rather than the traditional trolleys or shopping baskets. But the store here is sort of set up in a way which is kind of like a walk-around concept. So you end up back at the register, eventually over here. But rather than being able to take a bit of a shortcut, you kind of walk around the store now. The one thing that's kind of very nice about Chizhik is the way they have all the time pricing. So you'll see here these yellow signs kind of throughout the whole store. So no matter when you come, you know that it's always the same price. So you don't have to worry about once a week specials. This is on promotion, that's on promotion. This is a higher price. This is a lower price. You can also see some brands that you're used to here. So for me, my wife loves these Kinder chocolates. And here's my usual Alpine Gold here, actually. This is the one that I always buy. And actually here it's 49 rubles. And at the moment I'm paying 55 rubles where I live. So what am I doing? And then instead of Pringles, they've got Lay's stacks right here. But the one thing with the packaging here, this is all shelf-ready packaging. So it's very convenient for them to refill the store, keep everything filled up. And then also, they have a much smaller assortment of things like the yogurts and the milks, and then all these different dairy items. So you don't have to kind of pick from 19 different items, you know, you've got 2 or 3 kind of core items and you're good. Let's have a wander through a little bit further. They've got Barilla pasta. These are the big boxes too, the 1 kilo ones, which you really don't see in most supermarkets. They've got the smaller packaging, so here it's kind of nice. You've got the bigger packaging, very well looked after store for sure here. Now, I'm kind of excited to kind of do some tasks and see what it's like working in a store in Russia. They have here in the middle all of these kind of weekly, I guess kind of almost seasonal items. They've got a little bit of stuff for Christmas and these kind of little gift box kind of ones here with Ded Moroz or Father Frost right there. What else have they got over here? Oh, look at these kind of giant fluffy slipper. That's kind of cool, isn't it? Anybody has one of those? That's very interesting. What else have they got on the specials here? Pasta and fish. And then they've even got some different alcohols. Cheetos. Cheetos are here as well. So this particular store that I've come to is really in the suburbs of Moscow. We're only about 15 minutes from the center of Moscow, but there's quite a lot of these locations. So this one that we've come to, or that I've come to, isn't particularly busy from day to day. And this is the middle of a working day today as well. So it's kind of an ideal time for me to come and try and work in a store. Having a look at the freezer section here. Look at that, it's -degrees outside and the ice creams are right in the front. And actually they're pretty cheap too. Look at that, 24, 34 rubles for a nice vanilla ice cream. So yeah, it's kind of it's almost got that warehouse feel to it, but the idea is to keep the store concept very simple so that it makes the prices a good value. That's the main thing. And see over here, kind of, you're not seeing a full range of things like you'd see in a lot of other stores, but they've got all the kind of items that you want. So you'll see here things like tissues, toothpaste, there's body wash, shampoo, and right next to it we've got cooking oil. All right, so I'm pretty much through with my walk around. I'm now going to head on into the back. We're going to have a little small orientation, and then I'm going to learn what I've got to do working here in the store today. There's a few of us here. We've got a few different people doing different tasks, so I'm excited what I've got to do. So coming on in the back here, no difference now. As you might know, I already worked in supermarkets for a lot of years before now, so I'm not really unfamiliar with most of the things, the loading dock, the box crusher, some of the back stock here, and then we even got the break room. So I'm just going to jump in with a bit of a voiceover here. So the guy here is explaining a few different things about the products in the store, the barcoding system, how it works to scan the products at the register. There was actually 3 of us that were invited to do this kind of like day in a life in a supermarket video. This guy was super nice. He was speaking all in Russian here, so I didn't understand most of what he was saying. But he was just explaining about the store, the kind of concept of the store. This was actually in the back break room here. So he was kind of quite animated about the shop. He was very passionate about the Chizhik brand, which is kind of super nice, right? To have somebody that kind of likes shopping and supermarkets as much as I do. He's pointing out here one of the kind of frozen items as well, which is kind of neat because there's not a big emphasis on frozen goods in the stores. And also he's pointing out the labeling on the back here. And with a lot of the dairy and meat products, you've got to scan the QR code when you're using the checkout, not the barcode. So it's just kind of just a brief explanation about the way the stickers on the back are kind of on the products versus other products, if that makes sense. Here's the other people that I kind of met with for the kind of like an orientation, basically, before we got out on the shop floor. So that was kind of nice. So as part of the different tasks that I'm going to be doing today, there's kind of different things that have been set for me. So one of them is actually to have a look at the different milks, have a look at the best befores, and make sure that everything is fresh and it's within its use-by dates, which is very normal. And I may look a little bit out of place with my jacket on, but I've got to make sure that everything is perfectly fresh and perfectly available for everybody coming in the store. So as you can see behind me here, we've got different milks, different yogurts, we've got kefir. So the idea is basically, as a staff member, every day they actually have to have a look at the current milk and see what the use-by date is and make sure that it's within the time of the expiry of the milk. So when we look at the different milks, you'll actually see on the top in Russia, they've actually got the manufacture date and they've also got the expiry date or the best before date. So what we're doing as part of our tasks in the store today is making sure that all of the different milks are all within the expiry. Otherwise, they'll be taken off the shelf and they'll be basically spoiled. We don't want anybody coming in the store, obviously, and having expired milk. This is the same anywhere in the world, but here in Russia, it's a daily task working here in Chizhik. One of the other things that's kind of different with Chizhik is they have a very small amount of perishable goods or dairy goods, meat products, dairy products, because the concept that the store's set up around, they don't want to have products losing the shelf life quickly. So by having just a couple of varieties of milk, when you come in, it's very simple to choose, right? You've got one type or the other, you've got one price or the other, and you head out of the store. So just moving over to the deli section where all of the hams are and the cabanossis and salamis. The one thing that's pretty cool in Russia too is they've actually got a manufacture date on them. So it actually tells you when it was made, and it tells you its best before date or use by date. They like to use best before date in most stores. And this is kind of unique because most stores around the world don't have a manufacture date on them. So you wouldn't actually know when this was made, but we can actually know the date it was made, and we can know the best before date, which on a lot of the salamis and these shrink-wrapped kind of meats, they've got a long shelf life. So this is good for till next year. So you've got plenty of time to buy this, put it in the fridge. We've got New Year coming up, so we can have things on the New Year table. And then again, coming into Chizhik, the one thing that's very noticeable compared to bigger supermarket stores is the smaller selection. So they've basically got less choices, they've got lower prices, and it makes shopping a little bit easier as well. So even as a customer myself coming in here, I don't have to kind of look across 12 different fridges to find out what I'd like. I've got it right in front of me here. I've got my salamis, I've got my sausages, and I can get out of the store much quicker. Just looking at the different fruits and vegetables, the one thing noticeable with Chizhik is they've got a much smaller selection. They've got all of the most popular items here. So of course, in most stores we always see bananas, and then mandarins, apples, oranges, and then coming around the corner here, the vegetables, and pretty much just the Russian favorites: tomatoes, cabbage, onions, carrots. There's also beetroot and potatoes. What more do you need? So part of my next task in the store is actually to check the fruit and vegetables and make sure that they're all to quality. Now, when I go shopping myself, I already know which ones I should be choosing, so we can look through the box here. So the one thing too is they've just got one box. You don't have to choose from a whole aisle of them, but you know, just looking through, I mean, if I compare these couple, this one is not so good, so we're going to put this one here, and then actually without touching them all, but you sometimes have to. This one also isn't so good, so we'll put this one in the box here. So part of working here for the day was to learn the different processes of Chizhik and their standards. So making sure that all the fruit and vegetables are to quality. Actually looking at them from a distance, there's really not too much to pick out from here. So we're very lucky with the quality of them that have arrived to the store, that they're pretty good. And these mandarins, we know now is December. This is the season for mandarins. So we want to come in here, we want to make sure that they're all up to scratch, right? One of the things that I find fascinating, both as somebody working here today and as a customer, the bananas that we see here in Chizhik and in a lot of stores, they're from Ecuador. Now, have a look at the price, 69 rubles for bananas, 69 rubles for mandarins. That's equivalent to about $1 per kilo. And how are they in Russia? $1 per kilo. And have a look. Very nice quality. This one actually is still even a little bit green, so you can take this home. You can put this on the kitchen table for a few more days and it'll ripen up. But the actual box that's been put out today, actually these are all very nice quality bananas. 69 rubles. $1 per kilo. One of the things too in a lot of the supermarkets in Russia, and I've talked about this a lot in other videos, is the washed and unwashed vegetables. So you'll see here with the carrots, you know, they've got some dirt on them, they're straight out of the field. But the point of this is 19 rubles for a kilo. So you can still actually get yourself some reasonable carrots. You know, it's not a competition at this price to get the best carrots in all of Moscow, but you know, now I do sort of talk about unwashed onions, but onions look the same anywhere that you go. So, but again, as part of working here, is to find the ones that are not the best condition, and make sure that only the best ones are available for the customers to come shopping. I just want to talk a little bit also about my dress up today. It seems that Chizhik only has one size of uniform, so working here for the day, I've kind of got the standard size. So I look a little bit like the Michelin man with my uniform and name badge, but I'm kind of an honorary staff member for the day, and to learn how Chizhik works and to see the operations. And I was even lucky enough to get given a lunch break as well. So in between doing some of the tasks here in the store, there's some tahoon, there's some bread, some cheese, some biscuits. And like any good supermarket that you might work in, there's a break room pretty much like anywhere. Knives and forks, fridge, microwave. So I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and then I'm going to get back to work. The other task that I've been set today is to take the barcode scanner here, or UPC reader. These are pretty standard all around the world. They've got all the information of the product. It's also got the price. It's even got the quantity on hand as well. So the easiest thing, basically, what I'm going to be doing actually as part of the task walking around. So the film that we're making is probably quite a lot shorter than my day here. So I've been assigned different tasks, so checking the best befores, checking the quality of the fruit and vegetables, and then using the UPC and checking the prices are correct. So you can see here all of these nice, big, clear signs. So we can essentially scan the item on the shelf here and make sure 52 rubles is 52 rubles. Very easy. One more time. 49 is 49. So, and then if this isn't correct, as a staff member in the store, I can go back into the office and print out a new label and put it right on the shelf. Chizhik wants to make sure that everything on the shelf is ticketed correctly, with the right price, the right size of the product, and that there's no mistakes then for if I was a customer coming in here. I want my 49 ruble item to be 49 rubles. Now, I don't know if anybody knows this or not. I'm sure if anyone knows me personally, I was actually working in supermarkets in Australia before moving to Russia. So this is kind of second nature for me. Holding a scanner in my hand here is something that I'm very accustomed to. It's got the nice elastic band here. So coming in here, it's actually a pleasure to do this. It's something that if I go to other stores and there isn't a sign on the shelf, it bothers me so much. And sometimes I feel like I want to go in the back myself and print a new sign. So give that a quick scan. 49.90. How much is the dog food here? Pedigree. 17 rubles. Now, I've not found anything wrong yet, but my hope is that walking around, I can find something that needs correcting. Some of the other stores that I go to in Moscow, it can be almost 1 in every 10 items that can have the wrong price on there primarily, or there's a ticket missing, or they've changed the shelves around, and I actually enjoy this. I don't want to make it too much of a secret that I like it. You can see the smile on my face. I feel at home coming back into a supermarket in Moscow. Although I don't speak the language very well, I can't read some of the signage, but the principle of retail don't change very much. So one of the other things that's pretty unique with Chizhik is all the packaging is what's called shelf ready. So the staff in the store don't have to do a whole lot to put things on the shelf. So I've actually chosen one right here. Hopefully I've chosen the easiest one. So on the packaging it says there, no knife. So don't use a knife to cut the box. So it's basically got the perforated packaging, which is pretty straightforward. And then we just have to follow the perforations on the box. Now, I'm making this look a lot harder than what it really is, but I'm a bit out of sorts doing this, but simple as that. Oh, there we go. And that's it. And then from there, we've got very little waste as well, because everything stays on the shelf until the product is used. And then we can basically just put the next one right here on top. And it's as simple as that. Shelf-ready packaging. So many stores should have this method, but of course we want beautiful shops. We want everything to be so nicely displayed, but 59 rubles for some marzipan. You have to have that kind of warehouse look to the store to make the prices so cost effective. Okay, everybody, so I'm probably the first Australian, maybe in Russia, to work in Chizhik in Russia. So let's give this a try now. I'm a little bit worried here now. There's a little button right here that brings the stuff to me, and then scan the item and put it there. I'm going to take the easy things first because I don't want to make any mistakes. Now, to say I'm a little bit nervous is like an understatement. Oh, ice creams. Nice. Now, the ice creams, we have a QR code here versus a barcode, so we just scan this one. Is it okay? Oh, did I scan this? Do you want to check if this one is okay? Do you want to check if it's okay? This one is the last one? Oh, I understand. All right, wow, so, my gosh, sorry. Please be understanding. You're helped by the first Australian in Chizhik. And then bananas. I just put the bananas there. Oh, and press bananas. Wow. Okay, there's your bananas. Where was this sitting? Just here? Okay, apples. Green apples. Is that one? That's fine? Okay. Kartochka or potatoes. How you know potatoes? This one? Oh, 30 rubles, good deal. Onions is this one? No, onions, this one. Wow, this is very simple. There you go. Put the heavy things in first. And apples, this one. Okay. 2 kilos of apples. Maybe you're going to make apple pie today. And one, I think that's this one, right? Okay. Then the big button. All right, 743 rubles. You want the paper? That's it. Check it's okay. Check. The check. Okay, everybody. It was as simple as that. Obviously, most people here in Russia use their card. So tap and go purchase is the way to go. He didn't want his receipt and he was happy. I think maybe he was wanting to get in and out much faster, but wow. One more? All right, one more time. So let's see how the video edits together, but oh, Barilla pasta. Oh, this one with this one? All right, some things I need to use the barcode scanner. Some things the item picks up itself. Chips, Brunch's chips. Now, I'd be the worst cashier really because I'm too busy looking at the products that they're buying versus speed and efficiency. So, now, just be aware everybody, probably the two most popular canned food in Russia is peas and corn. And this is pretty much the staple of everybody's kitchen, is peas and corn. Now, this one I think is barcode, but it's gonna be not working because it's a little bit... Yeah, but it's okay. We'll keep going with the easy things first. The one thing too that's important, check out how big the barcode is on the back too. So there's no possibility of messing up the scanning because it's like half of the package. Again, look, really is the whole size of the bread is the barcode. Oh, what's this? Sprats? And I'm not sure, something with a cow on the front. All right, now, when the barcode is like this, we have a problem. Oh my gosh. 06. Okay, and that's it. So we can even scan manually the items. So all good. My second transaction in Chizhik in Russia. As an Australian working here, what do you think? I'm a little bit slow for now, I think, right? I've got a little bit of a handshake, but so far so good. Okay, everybody, I hope you liked this video today. Kind of a day in the life of me working at a Russian food store, Chizhik. It's a little bit different to my normal kind of videos. I got to do a lot of things that I do normally in Australia at a supermarket though. But working on the register was a little bit nerve-wracking for me. I don't know if I looked a little bit nervous when I did that, so I hope you kind of like this. It's very interesting. You can see I'm happy. How many people are happy working at a supermarket? So yeah, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Post a comment, let me know what you think. Maybe you're from Russia and you've been to a Chizhik before. Do you know the brand Chizhik? This is actually only the second time I've been to this concept of store before, so I found it very interesting to come here and kind of work here for the day. Now, the only thing is I need a bigger jacket if I'm going to come back next time, so it's a little bit small, but the name badge still works. So yeah, thanks everybody. I put another video for you to watch right here. You can watch that right after this one. I hope you find it just as interesting as this video. Yeah, and I'm off on another adventure. Bye, everybody.